Welcome back to Coloring Through the Bible. My name is Keegan Harkins, and today we're talking about Genesis chapter 38. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to see the faults in other people and yet consistently ignore our own? And I think that as humans, we have the tendency to condemn the sins and the weaknesses in people, especially people that maybe we don't get along with, while rationalizing our own. And as we read through Genesis 38, which is the story of Judah and Tamar, we can see how, that's exactly what happened. So Judah slept with a prostitute, not exactly a righteous thing to do. Then he discovers that his daughter-in-law Tamar is pregnant. And now this would be a really happy occasion, except for the fact that her husband, Judah's son, died long before she conceived. So this bit of news makes Judah furious. He is instantly just so quick to condemn her for adultery, and not only that, he orders that she is burned to death. Now basically, they both participated in the same sin. In fact, in truth, they really did, because Judah is the one who slept with Tamar. He discovers that Tamar dressed up as a prostitute and tricked him because he had not followed their laws, their customs, that when her husband died, Judah should have found another husband for her. He should have given his other son to her to be her husband, but he didn't do that. So she tricks him. So when he finds out that in fact he is the father of her unborn twins, now he of course he takes back the order to have her killed, and he realizes that he was just as guilty as she was. And sometimes I think that we focus on the mistakes of others because acknowledging our own mistakes and problems is too painful. We think that maybe pointing out other people's mistakes and problems keeps ours hidden, that the focus will be on them and not on us, and no one will know that we mess up too, or we just flat out don't want to admit that we ever mess up. But the Bible tells us that everything done in secret is going to be brought into light, and nothing is hidden from God. This story of Judah and Tamar, it mirrors one that's found in Mark chapter 8, where Jesus is brought the woman caught in adultery, and his response to the adulterous woman's accusers should cause us to pause before we cast our stones, or, in the case of Judah, light any fires for someone else. So Jesus told these accusers, "If any one of you is without sin, let him be the first one to throw the stone." And of course, everyone slowly, one by one, drops their stone, because the reality is that none of us are without sin. We all need a Savior. Even the Apostle Paul, who was undoubtedly one of the greats of Christianity, a man who is still teaching us 2,000 years after his death. Even he struggled with sin. He admits it in Romans chapter 7, verses 18 through 19. He says, "For I have the desire to do what is good, but I cannot carry it out. For what I do is not the good I want to do. No, the evil I do not want to do, this is what I keep on doing." God's grace is enough to cover over our sin and the sin of the people around us. So instead of tearing each other down, we need to build each other up. Let's resist the urge to expose the faults in everyone else, and let's show them the compassion and the forgiveness that we want to be shown. Because just because someone's sin is different than our own doesn't make our sin less of a sin. When we realize that we're all on the same boat, we can focus on helping one another instead of tearing one another down. And what a beautiful world that would be. I hope you've been encouraged today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.